Man, I'm bored. Let's open Instagram and see what cool stuff they have.
And I'm tired of picking cotton.
I know, right? I'm gonna kill him.
Not without me, you're not.
I'm going to shove this cotton right up Master's ass.
He's fading. Liar!
Skibidi Greedy is the traitor.
No, your eyes were not deceiving you. Those videos I showed you pretty much sums up the entirety of Instagram. So I decided to open a freshly new Instagram account and randomly scrolled through Reels, and this was my entire algorithm within seconds. Pure AI mush and just straight racism. Speaking of racism, don't get me started on this guy. If you don't know who this man is, you're better off that way, because knowing who he is will cause mass genocide on your brain cells and leave you questioning the average human IQ. Can racism be funny? Basically anything can be funny if you make a well-crafted joke or scenario, as long as you're doing it at the right place at the right time, and as long as you're not constantly repeating or milking the same punchline every time. Instagram doesn't seem to understand that, like, at all. Take example the episode of South Park, where a whole bunch of rich people come to live in town, and they happen to all be African Americans. The townsfolk get fed up with them, and they dress up as ghosts to scare them out of town because they're gentrifying the area, and the episode is actually funny. What does Instagram have to offer? Drake and LeBron picking cotton. Because they're black. The entire punchline, if it even is a punchline, is just, here's a racial stereotype, please laugh. I wouldn't really care if this was 1 or 2 posts every once in a while. Not that they're really that funny in the first place, but it gets old fast when this is half of the entire feed. Repeating the exact same punchline of, they're eating chicken and watermelon, because they're black. Or, black people are monkeys and they play basketball with a watermelon. Again, it's just, hey, we're racist towards black people. Please laugh. And the comments aren't any better either. How many times do you have to see people spam this particular one? I mean, it isn't as overused as much as a little word that starts with N, and everyone thinks that simply saying the N-word is the peak of all comedy. What are you, 5 years old? People also just spam N-word gifs over hundreds of thousands of comment sections across the app, creating threads of gifs saying hard R's for sale, and openly saying I hate N-words, or kill all N-words and kill all Jews, which is in violation of Instagram's community guidelines towards hate speech, and yet they're not doing anything about it. What is going on, Instagram? I swear you can't make this shit up. Speaking of not being able to make shit up, Instagram out of the blue is now obsessed with George Floyd. Why is everyone on this app now obsessing over a man who was brutally murdered 5 years ago for the sake of meme purposes? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. All these dark humour, quote-unquote, reels have no comedy to them and feel like something that people just consume. Or in other words, slop content. Now that we're on the subject of slop content, let's talk about AI content on Instagram. There's a lot of it. Those reels I showed before with all the people running to get Popeye's chicken, there's more of them that play out that exact same way, just using characters like Shrek, Sonic, Luffy, SpongeBob, and others, going to different fast food chains like McDonald's and Pizza Hut. They all follow the exact same formula. Clones rush in to get fast food, people get angry, random shit goes on with no rhyme or reason, rinse and repeat. And wait a minute, is that Blade from Super Smash Flash? That wasn't related to the video, I thought I'd just throw it in there. These minimal effort droll videos are racking in tens of millions of views, and are being mass produced on this platform at a very fast pace. And no, Instagram, I did not want to see a video of Lionel Messi pregnant. Thanks for ruining my day. It all only further contributes to the growing AI problem across the entire internet, and Instagram and Meta only just want to push it further. Yeah, because loud, obnoxious editing most definitely equals funny. Much like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels has a brain rot problem. All the AI slop content I showed fits into this category. And it's not the only brain rot content on Instagram. Sigma edits, overly loud and fast obnoxious videos that feel like they were made for people with the attention span of a goldfish, and the overuse of Gen Alpha brain rot slang. These videos are not funny. I do not laugh once watching them. The same goes for all the AI slop content, pure racism, and other videos that are not substantial in the slightest. Just like all the AI slop and unfunny dark humour, it's all completely repetitive content that again was not that funny to begin with. Comment sections on Instagram really bring out the worst in humanity. Before we get into the real crazy stuff, I'll just go through just the ones people spam because they really don't have anything original to say, like brick by brick. Nice try Diddy. These ones are spammed on every ad on the app. Not funny, didn't laugh, a 1,000,000-word paragraph. We get blank before GTA 6. How many times have you seen this comment on literally every social media platform? OnlyFans detected opinion rejected. Said by the same people who don't leave women on the app alone, and tirelessly ask them to start an OnlyFans if they haven't made one. Now let's get into the crazy stuff. The N-word. Sometimes it's the only thing people just spam in the comments, or just an N GIF to make a GIF thread. It's not as crazy as people posting actual drug recipes for cocaine and meth. I won't show these comments because I don't think YouTube would allow it, and I could give people terrible ideas and that would be irresponsible on my behalf. So I won't show them. Instructions on making illegal drugs is also in violation of IG's community standards for restricted goods and services. Again, why isn't IG doing anything about it? Next we have people just being disrespectful for the sake of it. Like, there'll be a normal innocent video and the person would either have Down syndrome or any other physical or mental disability, and everyone's just clowning on them. They'll either say really bad puns or straight sinister stuff. There will also be people that will just straight up bully hungry African children. You cannot make this shit up. They'll literally bully any children on the app and take it a big step further as to straight up sexualize them. I am not even joking. I found this one reel. It was just a harmless reel with a young girl who appeared to be around 6 to 8 years old, and she was pulling an illusion on her dad behind the phone's camera, pretending that she was splitting herself in half, but she was hiding behind a mirror. These are the comments. And keep in mind that most of these comments are coming from grown-ass men, and nobody seems to care. This GIF was also spammed in this comment section. Everyone just laughs it off like it's nothing. Who's to say these people aren't creeps in real life? But the average reaction is just, nah bro, I'm dead, skull emoji. If that's your reaction to this sort of stuff, imagine you had a child one day and some random ass stranger you don't know comes up to your child and says that kind of stuff to them, whether it be in person or online. Would your reaction to your own child being sexually spoken to just be, nah bro, I'm dead, skull emoji? It wouldn't, would it? Even adults have caught on to this disgusting behaviour.
How any parent can log on to a social media account and see comments like this under images and videos of their child is appalling to me. For context, the video has over 10 million views, the child is 4 years old, has hundreds of thousands of followers, and is regularly exploited by her parent, who regularly receives comments like this. There's the classic, hear me out. Not gonna lie, she could get it. What's her favorite position? Again, she's 4. And
They're trying to prove a point that kids can lift weights. It's the exact same thing as doing soccer and whatnot. I'm really not too educated in children lifting weights, but that's kind of the least of my concerns here. With over a staggering 32,000 comments left under this video, with more than half of them being disgusting, predatory, and downright just dumb. This Instagram account has yet to take down this video, and it's been up for over 4 weeks now. What's her at? Yeah, not my proudest nut. Nah, she's ready for D. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Not gonna lie, y'all posted this on Instagram Reels. You should have expected these comments. Smash. Oh, she will be using dem hands to grip something soon enough, alright? Yeah. Uh-oh. Boner alert. Yeah. After taking a look at these comments, we can all collectively agree that this Instagram page really should take this video down so that these comments can stop. But the people who are commenting this should honestly receive repercussions for it. In what society is it acceptable to be viewing a video of a child innocently exercising and commenting about how it wasn't your proudest nut? Or openly stating that you're going to R-word this child? Ow, the edginess. This is exactly why I advocate for children to not be posted online, let alone in little to no clothing at all. Why? Because as we've just seen, people are sick freaks who could potentially go even further in their sick worlds than just commenting these types of things on a video of a child to be edgy. Is it finally time for people to actually face legal consequences for the predatory they say on the internet, or will it be ignored once again? Good question, and I most certainly agree. The people who comment this kind of stuff should be facing consequences for their actions, especially when their behavior is rewarded online with, "Nah bro, I'm dead," followed by 20,000 likes on a comment about assaulting a child.
If you think those comments are absolutely crazy, comments on G videos are no better. G videos unfortunately are not new to Instagram, and to make matters worse, on February 26th of this year there was a huge G video epidemic on everyone's Instagram feed. I'm glad I wasn't using Instagram on this particular day, but I feel bad for all the people who were traumatized by this incident. But I won't go into much further detail about the February 26th incident. I want to touch base on the comments on G videos. There will be car crash videos and videos of trucks tipping over, even onto much smaller vehicles, crushing them and potentially ending the lives of many people. There are whole accounts on Instagram dedicated to posting car crash videos, showing some pretty brutal ones, and in the comment sections of these videos, everyone is laughing and making fun of the people who were involved in those terrible incidents.
Honestly, just looking through the account, I haven't seen videos this bad since like 4chan or LiveLeak for that matter. I know a lot of stuff flies under the radar on Twitter as well, and Twitter is probably a much darker place than Instagram, but at least as far as I know, on Twitter you do have to look for these kinds of videos, but here it's kind of just being suggested to you. And honestly, what has to be the worst parts of seeing these videos is, you know, obviously the mental toll that it takes on you, but the comments as well. Take this video for example, with a car flipped over after a collision, and the comments on the post are like, "I can't stop laughing, I feel bad for them, but it's funny. Bro's car weighed 2 kilograms. He overreacted when a tuna can falls out of your pantry." Just like really detached comments, and it really goes to show that after watching so many of these, how kind of numb you can get to the content you watch. And after going through this feed for so long, it honestly became pretty exhausting. Like, this might sound like a bit of an exaggeration, but I could like feel myself getting tired and like physically exhausted just from watching these videos. Seeing this kind of content at such a rapid pace is definitely something that can affect your state of mind, I feel like. And that's become pretty evident in the comments of these posts, where people have essentially become numb to the shock value of these videos. With comments like, "I didn't feel a thing," "This isn't even that bad, LOL."
It's truly shocking that people find these situations funny. and constant consumption of these videos, seeing how far one must desensitize themselves, is not a good thing at all. It strips away one's sympathy for other people's misfortune and empathy for the loved ones of these victims. All they want to do is make tasteless jokes in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like I said earlier in the video, whether you're making a dark joke about a sensitive topic, there needs to be a right place and a right time. But people on Instagram don't seem to care. They seem to only care about making everything a meme. Like when One Direction member Liam Payne's life was tragically cut short after falling from a third-story balcony in Argentina. Not even 24 hours after news about his loss came out, everyone immediately made memes about him. I'm not a One Direction fan, never really liked their music, but even I don't see what's really funny about one of their members or anyone falling to their end. And they didn't even have his funeral yet. The same thing happened with the Titan submersible, though at least some of these memes were mainly criticising the design of the underwater vehicle and OceanGate for not properly moderating the vehicle. More examples of tasteless memes. People made quite disturbing memes surrounding the sexualization of children, referring to themselves in the first person doing so. With dark humour, when I said that anything can be made into a funny joke at the start of the video, I feel like ones about being predatory towards children should be off the boards. What is funny about posing yourself as a potential threat to children? I'm wondering just as much as this person.
How would be when we, yes you, and the person reading this are scouting for potential at the local preschool. Me whenever I see unsupervised 12-year-olds. Do I need to say more at this point? I watch a lot of memes on IG, so of course, you know, I get memes of every caliber, you know, ones that are funny, ones that aren't funny, dark memes, and then the darkest of them. Like, this is like, I have never once hit like on one of these reels, dude, and they just kept popping up, and I said, you know what? I gotta make a video on this, because IG, what is going on, dude? Like, why is this even happening? I've even seen reels where they make light of domestic, you know, fights between, you know, spouses, or just straight up like killing somebody. Like it's like the dark, twisted side of Twitter, but they try to make it funny on Instagram instead. You know, that's the best way that I can at least kind of put it, I guess. I really don't think that these jokes should even be taken this lightly. I don't think that this should be something that we continue to have even process within the matrix. This is a downward slope. I genuinely feel like if we allow this to continue happening, which, I mean, it's gonna continue happening. Realistically, there's nothing that I can do. There's nothing that we can really do. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Unless Instagram really cracks down on this type of stuff, it's just gonna keep happening. With everything that's been coming out recently, with the whole, like, you know, P. Diddler stuff that's happening, it's like society has gotten to a point for me where I feel like I'm not even surprised that this is even happening, right? It's like to be expected at this point, which begs the question, will this ever reach a point of social acceptance where it's okay to be one of these weird freaking creeps that preys on like the little ones, my dude? Dad, I'm 15, you can't come on the 2-man. POV 15-year-old Adonis talking to Drake. Like, guys, bro, if you don't know what a 2-man is, it's just when like you and your friend, you know, you go on like a date with like two other girls. Okay, that's what a 2-man is. Your man comes with you to occupy the other woman while you're on your date with the one girl. And in this situation, the kid is 15 and his dad wants to go on the obvious date with the other 15-year-old little girl. POV trying to convince your friend to not enter the preschool with his clothes off. That got 300,000 likes, almost 400,000 likes. When it comes to humor, should there be a line drawn in the sand? I believe that there should be, along with a lot of other things when it comes to humor, okay? Like I said it earlier, I understand dark humor, I understand even offensive humor, okay? Like, I get it, I really do. But why do children have to get involved at this point, right? And if you are someone that wants to defend this and just say, oh, well, it's funny, it's a joke, man, like, you need help, genuinely. Oh, I just find it funny. That doesn't make it any less weird because you find it funny, buddy. I don't know what this is, bro. I don't know what the heck is going on, bro. The world is so freaking screwed these days. Like, I just hope we can eventually swing back around to common sense. I guess that's what I'm really looking for. But this is getting bad.
I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to say in this video. Instagram, what are you doing to yourself? You've turned yourself into a complete shit show of an app. You don't care about the safety of children on your own app. And people violating your guidelines completely flies under the radar for you. You've completely lost it. Anyways, I'm just going to end the video here. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like, tell me what you thought about it in the comments, and I'll see you next time.